Well, Friday, 1st of March, stormy weekend coming up, so I am going to try and get to town, get my mail, a few groceries. Don't know if my driveway is passable. Alright, now we got to get the door open. Okay, 4 high, let's roll. I opened up what I thought was the worst of it on Tuesday, Wednesday. Beyond that, I don't know. So far, not looking bad at all. I thought last night's wind was gonna drop quite a bit in here, but it seems to have pretty much blown clear. Now from here on, I have not been out with the snowblower, so there could be some drifts from last week, like with this one coming up right here. Not bad. That's nothing. No, I think we're good to go. Alright, that's a pretty uneventful bit of video. Could be the end. I guess the weather guys were a little bit out on their timing. The storm did get here just a little later than they said. Saturday was nothing but wind blowing like a hurricane. This is Sunday morning, a little after 8 o'clock, and it doesn't look that bad in the camera maybe, but it's coming down pretty thick. There's well under a quarter-mile visibility. The wind has probably improved a little, not quite as wild, but I imagine out in the open spaces, it's pretty ugly. Anyway, there's going to be a bit of a cleanup here at some point this afternoon. I'm going to have to get out and put a bale of hay out with one of the tractors. Okay, to be continued. Well, let's see how bad it is. Total whiteout on the ground. It feels like I'm walking over some snowbanks or through them. Still a northwest wind. Temperature's a little bit above 0 Fahrenheit. Nobody's at the feeder because that one's pretty well empty of good hay. They should have some left in the west feeder out in the shelter of the bushes. I'm betting they might be hanging out in the shelter here. What about the cats? Oh yeah. This big guy. That's right. You're starving. Yeah, you're drinking water. Even indoors, it freezes up pretty good. Bad thing about this is you can't tell where the ice patches are under the snow, so it can be a little surprising. I'd say there's a good 3 inches or so, and it looks like they didn't empty their water trough last night, so it's now going to be half full of ice. Great. I guess they'd be over here by now. Anyway, let's get chopping. Oh no, it's not bad. Well, there's 1 cow and 1 calf showed up. The rest are way out there at the feeder beyond that cultivator. Yeah, I hear you. That's not even your calf. Oh, so what are we going to do? Put out a little bit of chop for one cow. It's actually not bad out here. I don't know which way the wind is. Certainly nothing from the northwest. Oh, we've got the deep drift. Okay, here we go. At the northeaster. So behind the hedge here, it's nice shelter. So I could put a bale in here and they'd be fine. This was some rough hay. Good grass, but it had little tree saplings and buckbrush and whatnot in it. They're typical fussy animals. Yeah, I need a fork for this. And what we got here is the remains of that alfalfa bale. That stuff is way overripe. They're not that fussy about it. I'll end up throwing a lot of it in the shelter for bedding, and they can pick through it and hopefully eat some. Yeah, some blew in over the top of the roof, curled back inwards. Definitely a little short on bedding. And this one, she's almost too quiet. Yeah, gotta be 3 to 4 inches. And it's supposed to continue the rest of the day. Anyway, what will be, will be. Well, I thought I saw the rest coming. Have patience. You two will eat up that whole bucket before the others get here. Always looking for something better. And the chop situation, we're good for a little while yet, but I'm thinking at the first opportunity I should run a few bushels, like a hopper load through to keep me going. And maybe, in my wildest dreams, swing that spout around through here, try putting some of that coarse alfalfa through the hammer mill. I've never tried it on this mill. The old Case mill did this many years ago, chops it up real nice and they eat it good. But this McCormick, I've never tried. So one, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. So less than half of them showed up. So that they will drink up most of it and not leave a bunch more to freeze throughout the day when they're all away eating hay. I'm going to call it shut her down for now. And anybody that hasn't drank now will have to come back in the late afternoon and fill up on water then. Some very important to drain the hose, because if you don't, it's going to be solid ice when I come back. What are you guys doing? You're going to sleep all day, I know. Until about 5 o'clock when I come out with more cat food. Yeah, the life of a cat, eh? More attention. That black patch cat and that big ginger Persian, wherever you are. Got your motors going, I can hear you. Yeah. Well, they're in good shape, I have to say. I can't feel your ribs anyway. Yeah. That's what she likes. There. Had enough? Alright. I am off out of here. Plug in the John Deere, because who knows, by the time I go out to put a bale out, snow conditions could be so bad that it's hard getting around with the Massey. The Massey's a lot nicer to handle the bales with the spear, but the John Deere has superior traction with the new tires and the snowblower weight on the back, so if there's any doubt about getting where I want to go, I will take the John Deere. Oh, great. Lots of snow. So, one thing about using the Massey, it's over in the other shed with the easy opening doors. This one is always a struggle, down to the crowbar. This has got the small block heater on it, so, or by small I mean lower wattage. The Massey's got the big 1500 watts, so you really don't want to leave that plugged in for more than a couple of hours or so. This one, I think it's about half that. So 5-6 hours, not a big deal. Well, believe it or not, there's a snow trench in front of me that I cleared out on whatever day I was last out with the snowblower. But just looking ahead, I can't even see it. I'm sort of walking by feel. Anyway, this could be the finish for this video. I think I've got a lot of minutes added up here, and a few days away from the end of my building cycle. I'm not sure how many gigabytes of space I got left, so that will determine the final length of this video. And I don't think there's going to be anything too exciting to continue. I'm going to feel my way back to the house and be back late this afternoon, hopefully. That could be the next video, so thanks for tagging along through the storm. March the 3rd. Catch you on the next one on the Roosty 6 channel.